Here you go. I started the
Where's the
stream.
erectile riff?
Okay, here. Hey,
be honest,
I
might
turned
just
on the
cut
live
that
stream.
out.
All right, what is up, guys? Welcome back to podcast number 21. We are back. The boys are here. It's been 6 months since I last did podcast here on YouTube. Last time I did it on here is when I did it with TRC. Got the boys here. So we are back.
What's up, guys?
We'll probably discussing like random topics. We can talk about school stories, our experiences.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna talk about my school experience.
You can talk about
What's
yours.
up, guys?
I can talk about some of my school experiences too.
Like drained me and everything.
Yeah.
Parents yelling at me. Yep. Oh, shout out to them. I'm kidding. No.
Yeah.
Yelling at me. Yep. Nah, no shout out for them for that reason.
I do have a lot
Yeah.
of school stories to talk about, but I ain't going there.
You don't have to.
I do have a lot of...
That
Yeah,
might
that's
keep
okay,
my
come on,
topics
go.
out there. I'm just like,
Well,
yeah, there's a lot of shit that I can go deep in the rabbit hole with. One of them is honestly just
y'all can start. I'm just just putting my phone to charge.
yeah, I remember like being a kid. So this is like starting off with elementary school. I had this TA that would kind of help me once in a while. That would help me every day, just kind of help me with my work, help me make sure I get it done. She was, I'm not going to name names, but she was a fucking bitch. She was a bitch. She would like yell at me if I wasn't doing it properly. And it's like, I have ADHD. I can't help it whenever like I'm not focused. She'd be like, Dylan, focus. And I was like 7 years old. But if one time I actually talked back to her and I was like, I kind of forgot what I said, but I was like, she's like, do your work. And I was like, I am doing my
I'm back.
work.
I was just putting my main phone to charge.
And then she's like yelling at me, oh, don't talk back to me. Like I was like, I could talk back to you if I want to. Because you're just like, I wanted to say to her. So at 7 years old, I wanted to say, you're being a bitch, but I didn't want to swear at that time because I was a kid. But oh my God, there's so much to talk about, man. But I'm not gonna like talk about everything because then everyone's gonna think, oh, you're the one annoying kid in the podcast. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Like, I think each of us can share our experiences. I mean, it's all totally optional. Not everybody has to. Like, each of us can go. I'm starting off at elementary school. But anyway, man, I'm done for now.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry, man.
That's okay. You're good though. I mean, that's what the
crazy.
podcast is for, though. We can
I went a
like
bit too crazy, though. That's the thing. I feel bad about that.
too crazy
Anyway,
about
maybe
what?
we can continue. No, I mean, like, I just went, like, too crazy. Like, I was like talking randomly, but you can continue, though, whatever you guys want to say.
Well, like, doesn't matter. Yeah, we can talk about the Adel situation on here. We can.
I'm gonna talk about that next.
Yeah, like,
for sure.
but that's gonna be like a part of the random topics. But and this one guy, this one YouTuber who has almost 50K subscribers, he's literally been attacking both of us.
Or
apparently I found out it was one of his fans though. So-called that Raj person. It was one of his fans. I think it was like Steven behind that account, just to try to scare us.
Yeah, we call him Mr. Forecock.
Yeah, I have a new joke, by the way.
Yeah, go for it. Say it on here.
It's called the joke is called give me a second. This joke is called everyone do the Adel. Ready? Here we go. Everybody do the Adel.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ah!
I'm going on a blogging spree because Abdul's a traitor. Right? Yeah, you're a traitor.
Definitely Adel. Masturbating the characters and shit. Anyway, man, back to that school topic, man. Yeah, I hated school. Even like, obviously Tesla here, he hated school and
Yeah,
everything.
same here, because I've had a lot of bad experiences Well,
Yeah, man, whatever
not
you
as
want,
much on
bro.
elementary, but when I entered high school, that's when I started to
Yeah, that's
hate
all it
school.
works, man.
High school is like a
Oh,
very
yeah,
toxic ass fucking place. Like,
it is.
I
Yeah,
mean,
whatever
like I
you want to say,
said, like
man.
I don't care if YouTube punishes me for saying
Yeah,
this
you know, like,
because this channel's not for kids though.
exactly. So whatever you want to say, man, just say it. You know, it's like
Like,
it
who
doesn't really
cares
matter.
though?
Right. Yeah, back to that topic, I guess.
We're in a
Yeah,
free
whatever.
country here. Well, sadly, the country we live in is not a free country no more.
I guess I could start off with mine. I guess I don't know. But with mine, yeah, like I said, I had that bitch TA in second grade to third grade. It got better in fourth grade, but I'm not really gonna go into detail about that one just yet.
Yeah.
But, no, I had pretty good teachers actually. You know, like they were nice to me and stuff.
Yeah.
My worst experience in high school, I got bullied because I was the fat kid.
I'm gonna grab a drink. Be right back. You can continue. I'm just gonna grab a drink.
So anyway, on Neo's stream, I was the fat kid. People constantly picked on me just for being fat. They would say, "Hey, what up, fat nugget," and all that stuff. I mean, now that I think about it, I'm kind of laughing at that because it's like come up with a better insult. Like that's actually the most dumbest insult I ever heard. Like fat nugget. It doesn't bother me as much anymore, but it was bullshit. I remember I told the teacher about it, and this one kid said, "Oh no, he's just making up stories. I never bullied him. Like he's my boy. He's just my friend."
All right, I'm back.
And guess what? The staff believed him. I'm actually going to tell this story again because I just came back. Okay, so. Okay,
Well, I thought someone was in the chat.
Yeah. No, I told a teacher about a kid bullying me. The kid lied to the teacher saying, "Oh no, he's making up stories. He's lying." Teacher believed him and not me. And I wonder why. I think it's because I'm white and because he was Indian. Obviously, they're gonna not trying to sound racist on here, YouTube, but when you're, I don't mind giving out my older location. I was in Brampton at the time. It was like a second India. It's a second India up in Brampton. Mm-hmm. So obviously, they're gonna treat white people like shit and everything. Oh.
And then YouTube like, "Oh, that's racist." Duh.
I don't give a fuck, man.
Well, that's what the AIs are doing probably right now.
Fuck you, Susan. You suck. Okay, but seriously though, man. Yeah, man,
like,
I'm kind of done
racist.
I'll wait until everyone else shares their stories and stuff.
I remember back when I was in like the middle school, I had this one EA who hated my gut. Well, I actually had a teacher. Well, not really in middle school, but I was in high school. And this one teacher called me an idiot right in front of all my classmates. And I got him suspended for like a week because of what happened. And he literally has been making my life a miserable hell since then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember how I told him, because he called me an idiot in class, and I told him, "You're not really supposed to call a student an idiot unless if they really deserved it."
No, we can't call him an idiot at all.
He was like, "Oh, well, you can't really tell me what to do, and da-da-da-da-da." And I said, "Well, you know what? I'm going to the office." I went to the office, and the vice principal at the time was like, "What are you doing up here? You're such a good student." I'm like, "Why are you up here?" And I told him I'm not an idiot. And he's like, "Oh, I never said you were." I said, "You didn't say it, but this teacher did." And he said, "What now?" He came up the stairs and he started yelling at the teacher, and he told him he was suspended for 2 weeks. I almost got suspended because of me giving him attitude, but they stood up for me more than him.
You know what's sad? You know what's actually sad though? I literally, if that was me in that situation, nobody would have done shit though. So I'm a male, so it's like, it's just different in today's society. Yeah. It's so fucking stupid. But I'm not gonna go in. I'm not talking about society yet. I'm gonna talk about in the next topic. But
Yeah.
No, I hate that happened to you, Dakota. That's definitely not cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
fucking
totally
hope
not
that
cool what
teacher-
happened, though.
Oh, like, you know
That's
what?
totally not
Why
cool.
didn't you suspend him? He should have. I would have fired
Yeah.
his ass. I would have been like, no, you do
Funny
not
thing is,
call
they
a
couldn't. Dylan, the
student.
funny thing is, they couldn't fire this teacher
They should have.
only because they didn't have any people to cover for
Yeah.
him.
No, they should have fired him. I would have fucking fired him. I would have been like, no, you're
Yeah.
fucking fired. You do not call a student an idiot. I don't care how good, I don't care how bad they are. You do not talk to a student like that. And it's your job as a teacher to say, oh no, it's okay. We can help you. If you don't know this answer, it's okay. Yeah, I know. I've had teachers like that too. Like, I'm about to talk about my other TA. This is in high school. Her name was Miss Adams. We were in math. I kind of found her a bit racist because she was like black herself. She would let all the black kids talk and everything. She didn't care. But if I talked or anyone else talked, she's like, oh, stop talking. Stop talking.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
turn that fucking shit. No, that's actually kind of funny.
You know what that is?
Yeah, I know. It's Miss Adams.
It's Bill Jensen AI cover.
Oh my god, that's funny. Anyway, yeah, I found her kind of racist because, like I said, she let all the black kids talk. But when me, Adel, Daniel, Abdul talk, she'd be like, stop talking, do your work. She'd be like that. And I'm like, okay. And whenever she was helping me, and get this, like, you know, because of my disability, like, I'm autistic and everything. And whenever someone has autism, you're going to have that one weakness. It goes like that for everybody. Mine was math. I struggled in math, and she did not understand that whatsoever. She was like, oh, but you should know this and everything. Like, you need to just focus. Like, and then she was
I
like,
have another story about that.
Well, no matter
I
how hard you
remember
can
back
tell.
when
sorry.
And you
Okay.
continue.
Back when I was like in the grade 3, I think it was, I was doing a spelling test and my teacher was going a little too fast. And I told them to slow it down, and they said the high school does it, so I'm gonna have to get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that I've never really. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to that one story.
Sure.
Yeah, like she was yelling at me, and then I remember like I got an answer wrong. She's like, "Oh, you better get this right by Monday. You better get the next one right, or I'm gonna write a note to your parents." And I'm like, "Hey, sorry." And then she one time threatened to give me detention because I'm talking to Adel, which like me and Adel were pretty close at the time and stuff. I thought that was stupid. I think one time I actually got mad at her, but it was so long ago. I forgot what I said to her. Adel said I once banged the table. Like, okay, I don't want to break my table. Ow! I fucking hurt my hand by doing that. Stupid me. You know what? Did it again. Because I'm actually pissed off that I'm explaining this story. She said I think she said something. I was like, "Oh, you should know this. You've been in here for months. You struggle too much. You just never focus. All you care about is your friends and stuff." Well, you know what? Maybe I do care about my friends. Maybe it's because I fucking hate school. I think school should be banned, to be honest. And this is why I think school should be banned. Because we got idiot teachers like her, Miss Adams, fucking bitch ass fucking teachers telling me, "Oh, you should know this." I'm racist.
YouTube's
I
gonna
don't
probably be like,
black
"Oh,
kids
stop
talk."
saying that."
But you know what, man? I'm actually kind of laughing at it now these days. But yeah, I remember banging on the table. She pissed me off. I didn't get sent to the office, thank God. My friend Daniel, he told me she messed up his work one time. And then she went to the one teacher, our main teacher, and he said it was right. Daniel got it right. But then Miss Adams was like, no, that's wrong. Do it again. But enough of her, man. I'm sorry if I'm going a bit off topic here, guys. I'm sorry if I'm like getting a bit mad when I explain it. I don't mean to. Every time I think about that, man, it pisses me off every time I explain that story. And I remember coming home to my parents about it. They have no fucking remorse about it. They're like, "Oh, but maybe she just wants what's best for you." I at 14 years old, I said to them, want what's best for me? My ass. They don't care about me. They don't care about any of us. They think I'm like, okay, big trigger warning, because I know YouTube doesn't like this word because they're sensitive. These teachers think I'm retarded and everything when I'm not. That's what they pretty much think. It's like, so what? Just because I don't know math. It's like, so what? Everybody has a weakness. It's like, I'm not going to shit on anybody who doesn't know something. I'm going to say, you know what? Then I'm going to take my time with you. If I was a teacher, I'd say, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Like, I will take my time with you and we can work on it together, like very slowly. That's what a teacher should do. A teacher shouldn't say, oh, no, you're a fucking idiot. Get out of my class. I don't accept stupidity. Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah, well, maybe you should be sent to the fucking office. Maybe you should be fucking fired because you're a shitty ass fucking teacher. How about that? I'm sorry, guys. Y'all can continue. I'm really sorry. Sorry, guys.
You're good. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You're good. Don't worry. Don't need to apologize at all. Like, you did nothing wrong. You're like, you got every right to speak your mind because you can't always just bottle things up, you know.
I feel bad that I feel like I'm not giving you guys a chance. I want to give you guys a chance.
I mean, come on. At least I'm not like one of those people that are just going to be like, oh, just stop interrupting me. The fuck, man.
Yeah,
I cannot stand people like that. They're annoying.
I'll give your experiences. I'll give my experiences later on. Like, we can talk about TAs, I guess. This is the topic about TAs in high school.
I mean, I don't give out names, but I can talk about, like, when I was a kid, you know.
And you had shitty
like my early high school years, like grade 8, grade 9. It's mostly grade 8 mainly.
Okay.
I remember I had those. I used to have like those. What's up?
No, I just said preach. Whatever you want, man.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else. That's why I was asking what's up.
Oh, you're good. Go for it.
Anyways, what I'm saying, I had this one. It's hard to explain it. I didn't talk about it in a while, but this is like way before we all met. Like, I was like 13 in my early high school years. It was my old high school, and I used to, and there was this time, like, I used to always get into shit for, like, even if I interrupted a couple of times, like, once, they'll just be like, oh, you just got another reminder over there. In that one class they call those warnings so-called reminders, and I was like, if we get, like, those 10 reminders, aka strikes at the time, I would just be sent to the principal's office.
That's stupid.
And then,
it's not even your fault. Like, you can't help it.
Just for getting, like, it's like another version, like 3 strikes you're out, but with 10 reminders. Like, oh, if you get these 10 things, whatever, you get sent to the principal's office or you get sent home. I don't know. Which I find
That's dumb.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid, and I was always being treated differently than the other because of, you know,
Right.
You already know what.
So, I'm not going to explain it now, but I'll explain it when you're done explaining your stories and everything.
No, you're good. I just never talk. Sorry, you continue.
I'll talk about my middle school situation because it was shit. I hated school.
I'll switch over to the elementary school situation. In my area, where I used to grow up as a kid, I did not have a middle school. I just went straight to elementary, and then after that I went straight to high school after elementary.
Okay, it's different for you guys.
Like, the thing is, yeah, it's different because I think middle school is like optional. It kind of depends where you live.
You had one of those schools that went up to grade 8, okay.
No, grade 8 is the beginning of high school.
Oh.
Because where I live, in some areas, in some areas, you know, you start high school in grade 8. I've heard it like in Quebec, though, where it's like Montreal and stuff, you start high school in grade 7.
Oh, it wasn't like that for me. Okay, well, I mean, continue. I mean, whatever.
No, not in Quebec, but I used to live in a different province. I won't give out the name. I used to live on the other side of Canada when I was a child. But I stayed in, it's called BC, British Columbia. I used to stay there until I was like 14. Yeah. This was way before we all met.
Yeah.
This was way before I came to the east side of Canada. Way before that. I used to always get in this shit for, let's say, and if I interrupted a few times, and even if I wasn't like yelling or swearing, I would always get into trouble just just for interrupting a little bit. I was like, oh, you got those, this, that reminders. Which is fucking stupid, though. And I remember I had, like... I mean, at the time, I was an edgy... I mean, at the time, I was a little shit back then. Like, I was always misbehaving at 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, in elementary school, man. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
What elementary school? What?
I'm not going to give out the name.
No, I was talking about my early years of high school.
Oh, in high school. Oh, yeah, sorry. Continue,
yeah,
man.
you got the wrong idea. I was talking about high school. When I was in grade 8.
I'll let you finish your...
No, it's okay. You're good. You're good, though. I was just trying to tell you it's not... It was high school. Like, my early years of high school.
I know.
And I remember I used to, like, have all these dark thoughts at the time because I was always being treated like garbage by those teachers. And they were really... Half of them were pretty toxic, though.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember at the time they were always telling me, oh, don't drink V8. It's not good for you.
Oh, fuck. Drink what... Like, this ain't no fucking elementary school. Drink whatever the fuck you want. It's
and I was like... And I was like, what the fuck, bro? And I remember it made me force myself to drink a diet soda.
Right.
Because I couldn't. Nobody wouldn't even let me have a V8 though. I'm not talking V8 engines. I'm talking about the drink V8.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those like veggie drinks. Those are actually pretty good.
I like them. I mean, they're not super organic, but they're still better. It's a much healthier option.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's pretty dumb, man. What the fuck?
He's like, oh, too much this, that, salt. I mean,
turn the fuck off. I would have done that shit.
I was going to, but then I would have gotten my ass beat though at the time, but I couldn't because you know how schools are.
Oh, fucking cooking. So in high school, I had a teacher, Mr. Brasil. I mean, he was a nice teacher. I mean, shout out to him in a way. He was a nice guy, but at the same time, he was kind of a dick at the same time.
Or to say being a dude.
He's a dude. Yeah, in the cleaner way. Yeah, this fucking guy. Like, he would just give you an hour. Just a fucking hour to cook something. When certain foods you can't even cook in an hour. And stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, but back to what I was saying. Back to my story. It's like I would always be treated so differently than the others because I was like so pissed off. Like I was on my edgy phase at the time because I was kind of being on edge at the time my old high school, but for a good reason because half those teachers were just constantly treating me like garbage. And I remember I was doing some kind of like volunteer work where I handed in coffee to teachers, and then and then they were telling me, oh, you're not doing that good of a job. You're not being that nice. And I was like,
Sorry.
And I was saying I was being nice. I wasn't like yelling at them. I wasn't like...
Yeah. I've been there.
And I remember I was doing some kind of like activity, but...
I've been there.
And I was like, oh, you're not being too nice to everybody. Like, you know, if you're giving out coffee. And I was saying, here's your coffee, but I was saying it in a nice tone. And I had this one TA saying like, "Oh, you're not doing it right. You're not being that polite." I was like, "Yes, I was," but they kept brushing me off.
I've been there, man.
I know. I mean, sorry, you continue. I just don't want to interrupt you.
Well, you're okay. I was gonna say, back to the cooking class thing. It was good in grade 10 cooking class, but grade 11, I was stressed the fuck out every day. I wanted to trigger warning, take my own life one time because of a fucking TA that pissed me off.
Yeah, you wanted to, go bye-bye.
Thank God for some of my friends and, the school.
Almost at the time, though, but at least you're not...
A fool went to high school with me. I'm not going to give out the name because that's a personal thing. Like, I don't want to give out my... I don't go there anymore, but at the end of the day, I don't want people going to, like, my old high school and saying, oh, I do Edgy Gamer. It's like, no, I don't want people knowing that. Okay.
Anyway. I want to go to the school Edgy Gamer went to and butt fuck him in the ass.
In the woods of Brampton.
No, but seriously though, I'm not saying that to you. I was saying that to the other guy. But anyway, no, he would only give you an hour to do something, And I remember like my one TA, this one TA kind of put me down because he says to the one kid, "You can cook," and I was like, "I can cook, but I'm not like the best cook, but I want to try." And she's like, "No, no, you can't cook," and that kind of like upset me. It put me down. That's why like I kind of like ended up sucking. Like she could have just said to me, she could have said to me, "Well, you're not the best cook, but you can try. I know you can do it. I know you're capable." Right? You have the potential. I feel like she should have said that. Even Mr. Brazil said in an interview with my parents, she's like, yeah, but Dylan's a good kid and everything, but my concern is that sometimes he doesn't really like, he kind of like burns things, like, but it's like, I know he can do it. He even said to me, "I know you can do it. I know you have the potential." And I was like, "Thank you." Hang on.
Ooh. Ooh, Dylan's in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, now that his mom called him, alright. I feel like his mom like, "Dylan, I told you not to be loud. And stop ranting. I'm not being that loud." No, I'm just kidding. Come on, I had to make that joke. Come on, I like Dylan's my boy, dude. I'm just joking, right? Everybody knows that YouTube. Anyway, back to my story on my early years of high school. Like, I was always being treated differently, and I remember I was like doing some kind of like an activity. It wasn't really a class full activity, but I was mainly doing it alone. But here I had that TA next to me because he was like, "Okay, you go serve the coffee to those people, and here, what coffee do you like?" And I mean, I was trying to be nice as best I could, but then this one person, the TA, was saying, "Oh, you're not doing it right enough. You're not doing it good enough. You're not being polite." Like, I was being polite. I was talking in a normal tone. I wasn't like screaming. I wasn't like cussing them out. And I was like, how was I doing a terrible job? Okay, yeah, I know it. I wasn't the best at it, but I tried the best I could. At least I was trying. I mean, it's not like a barista thing. It was basically an activity where you just give like some coffee to like random teachers.
I'm back. My food was here.
And
I'm laughing. My brother's calling me a dick. He's like, "Oh, you don't." I was like, "Bro," because I'm in my room, of course, so I'm gonna yell, and like, "Yeah." Like, I wasn't even like being rude. I'm not even gonna talk about that. That's personal. Anyway.
Yeah, but that, I mean, but yeah, the TA would say to me like, "But I was doing it right enough though," and
You were
still
being
like,
nice.
yeah, but I know I was doing it a bit differently because the one
That's
thing.
not like you're in a mean tone. Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, I'm kidding. Anyways, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was a really shitty experience back then. And this was when I first got introduced to drama class, because I was always acting like melodramatic over certain things. Like, I was an edgy kid. And at the time, I wasn't really into drama class, but then as days went on, I kind of started to actually enjoy it, because drama class was the only fun thing I did in my early years of high school. The rest, I hated it. The rest of the other classes, I hated it, It's like if you, like, even if you interrupted one time, you would just get like a couple of strikes. Like, oh, if you do this, that, if you get all these 10 strikes, you get sent to the principal's office. Such a dumbass rule, though. I mean, I get it, you don't want people misbehaving, but at the same time, though, like if a kid interrupted once in a blue moon, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, who fucking cares, bro? Like, and at the time, I wanted to cuss at that person. I wanted to cuss at one of the TAs and the teachers at the time. But I was in grade 8, but And like I said, I'm not giving out the name because I just choose not to. I was always being treated like shit. I was always being treated differently. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was always being discouraged. I was always like, and then quite all those times I was putting myself down, and there was a time back then where I wanted to trigger warning, you know what, at the time. Well, I was 14 back then because of the way they treated me, and honestly, I left that school just in time because I couldn't stay there anymore. It was the worst school I ever been. It was the worst one I ever been to, man. Honestly, it's like I said, if you're going, like I said, people, like if you're going through like,
sorry about that, I'm back. I had to owe my brother some money. We all pitched in for dinner. Anyway, man, I'm sorry, man. You can continue.
It's okay, you're good. Well, I'm just saying, like, then after all the experience, I was like, yeah, I'm fucking leaving that school because it was a shitty place anyways. I was always being fucked over. Yeah. I was always being discouraged though, just because of whatever.
Yeah, man. With me, in the cooking class and everything too. Grade 11, I kept like failing that one quiz, and the only way to like pass, you have to keep doing it. They will not let you cook until you like pass this one quiz. You have to do it like every time you're in the cooking class, right? And he was getting all mad at me. She's like, "Okay, you're actually pissing me off. Like you keep getting this." She was like, "Miss Singh, Abdul knows who she is." Shout out to her. No shout out to her. You're a fucking bitch. If you're watching this, I hate you. I don't like you, Miss Singh. Fuck.
Or do.
Anyway, man. No. I remember getting it wrong, and then I almost raised my voice at her. Oh, I wanted to. I left the classroom. I was all upset, ranting about it. I was like, "Oh my God, I fucking hate her. She's a bitch and everything." And later on, we were doing something. I was talking to my friend. She's like, "Dylan, focus." And it's like, I got ADHD. I can't help it, right? And then I messed up on something. She's like, "Oh my God, every time you do something, you mess up." And she's actually one of the reasons why I have depression. She's one of the reasons.
Oh, and I want to play a clip of like of Mr. 4K, or should I say Ed's impression of Anthony, aka Ginger Hog, he calls him.
But anyway,
here, I'll play this real quick.
What else, man? Anyway,
that's cool. People like you.
Yeah, I mean, that was it. That's it about the cooking class thing. But
there you go. That's how I play. Here, I'll play it again though.
Okay.
No, you're good. I'm just playing a clip of how his impression of the Ginger Hog thing sounds like, just to make fun of him. All right, here you go. I'll play it for y'all.
Yep.
That's cool. People like you.
There.
Oh my God.
What the?
Anyway, man. I'll talk about my middle school days. Oh my God, it pissed me off in middle school. Because I was in like an ASD class and everything. Miss B, the only shout out I give to is Miss Sandy. If you're watching this, thank you for believing me. Thank you for believing in my future. Just thank you, And Mr. Do, you too. Mr. H, my God, you were one of the best people, man. He should have been the real teacher. Yeah, What else, man? You're gonna find this one stupid, Eddie, when I'm about to explain this, okay? I had a teacher, Miss B. She was a bitch. She would send me in the hallway just for talking. She'd be like, "That's it, go to the hallway for talking." Like I'm a fucking child in elementary school. Like I'm 6 years old. And everything, right?
That's cool.
And I talked back. I'm like, I don't have to. What the hell? I was just talking. Like I didn't care that I was giving her attitude at that time. And she's like, oh, don't talk back to me. And months and months go by. We learned this stupid fucking 5-point scale. I thought it was so stupid, to be honest. And she banned. Guess what, Eddie? Want to know what else she did?
What is it?
Yo, man. She banned us all from talking about video games and everything. And she's like, "Oh, if you talk about these inappropriate things, you're gonna go to the office."
Wow, that's fun. That's
You're
fun.
gonna go to the. That's it, Dylan. You're gonna go to the office and you're gonna get fucking anally probed. We're gonna show a huge, like, 19-inch dildo up your asshole and make it come out of your mouth.
Listen. I think these days she would have been like getting all mad, right? Because she'd get mad, right? But like these days with her new students, she'd be like, "Okay, guys, so we're gonna share our pronouns, and if any of you get anyone's pronouns wrong, I don't care if it's an accident. You're gonna be sent to the office." That's what it would have been like today.
If you get someone's pronouns wrong, you're gonna get suspended. If you do it again, you get expelled. If you do it one more time, you get fucking killed by a shotgun.
Oh, speaking of God, I have another story to say. This one kid was fucking crazy. His name was David. He got so pissed off at the fucking teacher. He's like, "I'm gonna bring a gun to school." And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "If anyone's bad, I'm gonna shoot them." And then Miss B was getting mad.
Oh,
Like,
if you know this. Oh, sorry to interrupt. Oh yeah, the Mr. 4K is live though. He's streaming on his PS5.
Back to the one story. Back to the
David,
story.
that's a 5. Go to the office.
Oh yeah, Ed is live though.
And if I could recreate
He's like,
the
"Oh,
9/11,
he
I would be the
shows my
driver
old
on
knife
the
and
airplane,
he's
and I would
watching
ram it into the
me.
World Trade Centers. David, that's a 9,000. Go fucking.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, because no, with what happened, right? I remember she was given this lecture after she was in the hospital. She's like, "Kids, just remember, it's never okay to bring a gun to school." In my head, I'm like, "No shit, I fucking know that." I didn't want to say it out loud, but I was like, "No shit. Obviously, I know not to bring a gun to school. I'm not stupid."
If someone's bad, I'll shoot them.
You know, like, I'm gonna laugh at anybody who's crippled. Like, this guy was a fucking dick. Everything. I'm so glad he didn't come back. Adol came back. We call him David 2.0, actually.
Oh my god.
Adol.
It's David 2.0, but if David wasn't like sexually active
Later
constantly.
Later on in the podcast, you're gonna hear stories about Adol.
Yeah, we could talk about Adol on here and talk about the situation like what Adol did to Abdul. We never.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Adol just like masturbates at his grandma's house.
No, apparently, one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adol apparently showed his penis on the bus, and they sent him back to school.
What?
He apparently whipped his dick out and peed on the bus.
Oh my god!
Oh god. And what happened afterwards?
I never witnessed it, but Daniel told me about it. And I was like, "Thank God I'm not on your bus."
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Adol watches his phone out.
Yeah, Ed just ended his stream. Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh, I was saying Mr. 4K ended his stream though.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, because I knew Faison in middle school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he got Faison or something.
He'll probably let his wife.
Him and Faison both showed their dicks. Daniel reported it, so big shout out, big W to Daniel. That shit. Reporting. Oh my. Yeah, it's pretty good. They get a fork. Yeah, I'm listening. Anyway, back to that story.
Sex.
Yeah, that guy was an idiot in high school and middle school. That's all I can tell you.
I don't see what you mean
Um, Thanks, man. I'm telling you, man, this podcast, I have a lot to talk about because I have a lot of stories that were either funny or embarrassing. So, one of them, I remember, right, with Adol and stuff, the high school experience with Adol. Every time I wanted to fight him, because he would always threaten to kill my dog at the time when he was alive.
Yeah, apparently if you don't know this though, guys, like, sorry to interrupt, but no, I mean, I think I said it in my previous stream, like when I was streaming Fortnite. So yeah, you guys, some of you guys might know this. Yeah, Adult like blocked Abdul for some stupid reason, and then his other friend, you know who, was okay with it and decided to throw Abdul under the bus. And when I found out about it, I was like, my God. And I hate to say it though, like those two individuals are not real friends. You know, they're meant for each other.
Yeah, I'm not all story about Marcus in middle school.
Yeah, and then he comes in and be like, "Oh, stop talking shit about me. You're like, that's it, I'm reporting you."
Adol was calling him like pizza mouth. So I'm gonna turn my camera on real quick.
An embarrassing story, yeah.
Marcus is eating pizza, right? So you guys seen?
If you're watching this, Marcus, hey, guess what? You're still pizza mouth.
Adol, this is Adol. He's like pizza
I'm just
mouth.
kidding.
Then Marcus just stands up like this. Looks at Adol and looks at the teacher. He's like, he called me pizza mouth.
And guess what, Marcus? You're still pizza mouth. I'm just kidding. I'm joking though.
I would have beaten the shit out of him. Like, sorry, man. Stitches get stitches.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I said it as a joke. Yeah, he's still pizza mouth.
He is.
Yeah, but come on. Obviously, it's a harmless joke.
Right. Like, he took it so personal.
Yeah, I remember back in 2022, like, he used to always get so buttered because I used to make a joke about his internet. That was the funniest thing ever. I'll never forget that moment. That used to be my favorite joke. I would, like, every time I would join a party, I would always just bug him, joke about his internet.
I remember this fucking guy, right? I kid you not. Apparently, he would just always stand up in the middle of the class and explain shit. And he jumps to conclusions. But we were talking about a growing and changing assignment, so she said to all of us, and she said to Scott that he jumps to conclusions, which he doesn't. But then Miss B says to me, like, "Oh, you're just very, like, oh, you're a nice boy and stuff, but it's like you're just very disrespectful. You don't respect anyone's opinions." And I'm like, that's bogus. I respect everyone's opinion. What are you talking about?
I respect everyone's opinions too.
She was saying I don't respect anyone's opinions and I'm disrespectful and everything. I should have just left that classroom, to be honest, but couldn't. I had no choice. No, we did that assignment. We had this one kid named Nick. My God, he was so freaking annoying. I don't give a shit. This guy was like full on autistic. Like, he was like really like low functioning. He'd get all like butthurt if you touched him. You even touched him. He like he would threaten to throw a chair at you and stuff. One time, me and Abdul were just having fun in class in high school. Nick is all like, "Can you stop? I have fucking had it." And me and Abdul are trying to calm him down. And Nick throws a fucking chair. Thankfully, Abdul dodged it.
That's the most funniest shit ever.
Nick, I yelled at Nick. I'm like, "What is wrong with you? You're a psychopath, man." And he goes, "God." I'm like, "Bro, you're a fucking..." I don't know. That kid is obviously a loser. I feel like these days he's not even working. "Mom, can I have a job?" "No, you have to stay home. Nobody's even going to hire you anyway, Nick." But I feel like people will hire me. No, they won't.
But I got a joke for Mr. 4K. Because in the theater where Mr. 4K is wanking in a jail cell.
Yeah, he is.
And then he comes in and he's like, "Oh, you're not supposed to talk shit about me, Neotessa, and all these stupid goons of yours, Edgy Gamer, Ginger Hawk."
I never once talked about this in the live stream, but I'll talk about it. There was a time where Adol kept making jokes about me in high school, and I got so mad.
Yeah, at the time you're on your edgy phase, so.
I would grab him and try to beat me up. At the end of the day, he deserved it, though. He's pissing me off. He called me a pedo one time. And I'm like, I was only like 15. Now I'm like, a pedo. And I'm like, why are you calling me that? He's like, because you're being mean to me and stuff. I'm like, I'm not being mean to you. You're the one being mean to me. And yeah, this guy makes a joke about me getting shot by Hitler. I found it funny at first. But then he keeps doing it, and eventually it just annoyed me. So I'm like, okay, I just blocked him out of nowhere. And then he comes to the fucking school, talk to me. Like 2 weeks later.
He's probably still like that to this day. He's like, talk to me.
Talk to me. I'm sorry.
It's like, no, you're not.
Talk to me. I'm like, bro, fuck off. I'm like, no, fuck off, Adol. I don't want to talk to you right now. Why?
It's okay, Adol. You know I'm here for you. Come on, let's go.
He's like, you're mad at me for a stupid reason. I'm like, no, this isn't stupid. You're a fucking bully. That's why I don't want to talk to you.
He's like, I'm not a bully. That's what he'd probably say.
Like, no, you're bullying me.
I'm the good kid.
Good kid, my ass. He was a fucking annoying little prick half the time. No, so you want to know something, guys? I got an award in Huttonville, right? And he got jealous because I won an award, right? I won an award for being respectful. And Adol's like, oh, I don't know why they gave me. Why didn't they give me an award? And he says to me in high school, you shouldn't have gotten that award. I should have gotten it. I'm like, well, maybe you would have gotten it if you weren't such a dick in middle school. You were like a fucking little shit in middle school. You were disrespectful. No wonder why no teacher gave you an award. They gave me an award because I'm actually kind and respectful to others. Right?
And guess what? He still is disrespectful to this day.
He is.
This guy's almost 22 years old, and he's still a child.
He threatened to smash my award at the graduation too. An asshole, man.
Yeah, same with this one guy, Mr. 4K. Like, he's almost 45, and he still acts like a child. Like, whenever people tell the truth about him, he'll just get all mad. He's like, oh, they're harassing me and trolling me. I am tired of these trolls.
Yeah, not about the topic, actually. There's not much to talk about anymore.
Well,
I guess I could one more story about it. I remember when Adol kept saying the dead Aussie shit. His parents took away Starbucks from him. I come in school, and he's looking at me. He's like, it's your fault why I didn't get Starbucks. No, that's not my fault. That's your fault. And I hated it when the teachers would get mad at me for acting out. It's like, get mad at him. He's the one being a dick, not me. And they're like, yeah, I know, but still, you shouldn't be, like, lashing out. But it's like, I have every right to lash out. He's pissing me off. He's lucky I didn't punch him in front of the class. I would have. I don't care if I get suspended. Enough of that, man. I want to rant about Mr. 4K, actually.
Yeah, we could rant about him on here. Who cares if he sees the stream, though? He's like, oh, they're talking shit about me. Now I'm going to report him.
This guy said apparently I'm a troll. His friend Raj, I think that was Steven or something. His boyfriend.
And apparently he found out that I have a troll account and saying all this, going off on a rant about me.
Tesla, whatever. Like, shut the fuck up. I'll be like, shut the fuck up, you fat bastard. Oh my god. No, I'm sorry. Mr. 4K is kind of fat, to be honest. But he's not good fat, though.
I mean, you're way better looking than Ed.
Well, yeah. No shit. I mean, hey, at least I try to take care of myself. This guy looks like he hasn't showered in, like, fucking days.
Yeah, he has that scary goatee, though. He's missing, like, most of his teeth.
Man. It's okay. He probably it's okay, man. This guy's probably screwed more kids than anybody. Wouldn't surprise me.
It would not surprise me either.
Probably a pedo, yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. He looks like the type.
Oh yeah, but yeah, remember this. He doesn't like being called the Big P. He doesn't like that word. He'll get on.
Ed, you probably are a fucking pedo.
He's like, you're not supposed to call me that word. I'm going to report you.
Probably have kids in your basement. Wouldn't surprise me.
Obviously, we're joking, or are we?
We're obviously joking, man. Oh my god, don't take it personal, Ed.
Yeah, it's like he gets so sensitive every time people make a joke about him, though.
Mr. 4K upscaler, more like Mr. 4K downscaler. How about that?
Yeah, it's like, how's this guy have 50,000 almost 50,000 subscribers, and yet it's like he's not really making any money on YouTube.
No, he obviously bought them. He bought them. Those are freaking bots, man. It's obvious. He probably went on like some website to buy them. He's like, oh, I'm gonna buy my subscribers and shit.
Try and look like I did. Try and look like I'm big.
And I'm like, no, I earned them, dumbass. Yeah, I remember that. I'm actually gonna rant about Adel more often too. Like, I remember this guy telling me, like, we were talking about, like, who we know and a character, and I obviously know who the character is. He's like, oh, you don't know who that is. And I'm like, I was calm about it first. I was like, yes, I do. He's like, no, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. You're lying. You're lying. I'm like, Adel, I'm not lying. Then he kept doing it, and I got mad. I'm like, yes, I do. Shut up. I stormed off, and I told him to go fuck himself right in front of everybody in high school. I didn't give a shit. I'll admit it, I kind of regret it now because I did kind of embarrass myself, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
maybe that's why people didn't like me.
Those are your edgy moments.
That was my edgy phase.
That's why everybody calls him Edgy Gamer, everybody.
That's why I do call myself Edgy Gamer, because I get on edge sometimes. I can't help it sometimes.
That's okay. Yeah. We all get on edge? I do too, I do too sometimes, but for a good reason. But that's different, you know. Yeah, but not like over dumb shit though. But I get on edge for a good reason, because there's a difference between. Everybody knows there's a difference between getting on edge for a good reason and getting on edge for dumb reasons. And
my brother was calling me, like, sometimes he calls me a dick, but I'm like, okay, I want to talk, because you are too. Sometimes.
Wait, did he say that like now?
No, well, yeah, but I'm not offended by it. It's because my mom called me for dinner, and I was like, yeah, like I said it in a yelling way, but I wasn't like saying it in a mean way. I said, yeah, because I'm far away, right? Of course I'm gonna yell. I'm far away. They might not hear me if I go, yeah, in a normal tone. Wasn't saying that to be like rude, but it's whatever, man.
But according to them, they think you're rude.
Yeah, that's not being rude. I'm just like, I raise my voice so you guys can hear me.
Oh, they might hear you. I'm just kidding.
I don't care. But you know what, man? I'm not even offended by it. It's whatever, man.
Dude, why are you talking about me with your friends?
She always does that shit, but she'll talk to her friends about me. Yeah,
I think that's double standard.
It is. every fucking parent out there is about the double. Not every parent, some in general, parents in general are about the double standard crap. They're like, oh no, don't talk back to me. Oh, but you always talk back to me. You know what? I'm gonna actually rant about this. This is another rant I want to say in the podcast.
You can say it on here.
Yeah, man. You know what kind of makes no sense? The parents are always like, "Oh, tell me why you're like failing your class, right?" And then you tell them, you explain them nicely, and they're like, "Oh, don't talk back to me." It's like, bro, you just told me to explain to you, so why are you yelling at me for talking back? Makes no sense, right? You agree, right? It obviously makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
You tell us not, like, you told us to explain, but you're telling us to not talk back. When we're saying it nicely, yeah, I'm not mad at me. It's like, well, I kind of deserved it. I was like a little shit back then, half the time. She was like, "Oh, shut up," and then I was like, "You." I was about to say, "You shut," and then she hit me. She's like, "Don't talk back to me," and I remember crying at like 7 years old. It was a long time ago. I'm actually over that shit. Like I'll admit it. To be honest, I did deserve it. Because she was telling me like, "Oh, go take a bath," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to." Because I just got home, right, from my grandmother's, and like I wanted to watch a bit of TV before I do that. She's like, "No, you have school tomorrow." I'm like, "No," and then I threw a fit. I'm like, "No," because as a kid, right, I screamed like a child would. I was like that. I can't do it now because I'm older, but my voice has changed obviously now, so I can't do it these days. But
Yes.
yeah, oh my god, it was so annoying and everything. Like,
Don't trust the doc. They can't see what you've been working on back there. What if the new kid just wants to switch? You can see if the new kid's intentions.
but yeah, man, I don't even know, man. It was
Sending Tupperware.
it was a long time ago. Like, I'm not even like,
Easy tough.
you know what? Because this ain't just a school podcast. We can also talk about our childhood. You know, like our fun moments and bad moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can talk about. We can talk about like our good times. That's the best.
We could talk about whatever, man. Good times, bad times, whatever y'all want, right? Doesn't matter to me
Mm-hmm.
what people want. Yeah, it
But
doesn't
yeah,
really matter.
it's like, you know, it's crazy. Times change so fast, though.
It really has.
We're almost
yeah.
into April already. Time flies really quick.
My dad's the best. Protect our own.
Mhm.
States is by far the world's
Prove yourself.
supercell factory. However,
Prove yourself.
tornado footage.
That's so bad. Prove that you really want to be here first.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like I remember like some good moments as a kid, like going to Wonderland as a kid. That was pretty good moments. I remember this is kind of a cute story, but it's also a sad story. And I was a little kid. I was only like 4 or 5, so I didn't know any better, right? I tripped and hurt my knee at the zoo. And I was like, and obviously, yeah, my parents were there for me. These days, they'd be like, "Oh, shut up." Like, I mean, I wouldn't blame them if you're like my age and you're crying over that. I mean, yeah, that pretty much is embarrassing to be honest. I hate to say it. It's like, mommy, I hate you." Eddie, I thought of something.
What is it?
These days, Mr. 4K probably still does that. He hurts himself. He calls his mom, "Mommy, I hurt my knee." "Oh, Ed, you're a grown man. I don't want to help you. Fuck off." "Oh, fuck you, Mom. I hurt my knee."
Are you doing 4K's voice?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You're like, oh, fuck you, mom. I hurt my knee. I need my mommy. No, you're 45 years old, Ed. Get a job. Oh, fuck you, mom. I already have a job.
The super
I'm like, yeah, your
And
job
then
is
he,
having
oh,
kids
guess
in
what? He's
business.
probably watching the stream right now with his backup account now.
Ah,
I'm
fuck you,
reporting
Ed.
you,
You're a-
motherfuckers. That's what he's probably is.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. So I'd be telling him. Fucking asshole.
He's like, I am
Asshole.
not an
Fucking-
asshole. You are.
You're an asshole.
I just need to check the 30 asshole.
Yeah, man. I kind of ran out of shit, man. But honestly, I could think of some more rants. I don't know, man. I guess. I mean, hey, I guess we're on the random topics now. I guess, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
We talk about pretty much anything, whatever our heart desires. We
Yeah.
can talk about it. Doesn't matter to me. Nah, man. Honestly, I remember some childhood stories. I remember being an edgy kid. I was kind of a little shit. In kindergarten, it was actually similar to one of Eddie's stories. Like, it was about a swing and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I've told that story before.
Remember not, but this isn't really with the swing. I remember not sharing certain toys. I would be like, hey, that's mine, and all that stuff. And they'd be like, oh, but Dylan, you gotta share. I'm like, I don't want to share. Like, I never get to play with it, which I always did. But as a kid, right, I was like, I never get to play with that and everything. Like, I think it was like a Mr. Potato Head or something like that. And yeah, I just remember getting in trouble because I did something. I remember throwing a fit in class one time. I kind of embarrassed myself because I had these toys and my teacher took them. Like, I went in the corner crying because he took my toys away. Which I'll admit now, I shouldn't have done that because you're not supposed to have toys in your class, like during class. So I do understand that part. I mean, he gave them back at the end of the day, so I was happy about that. So that was great. I mean, anyone got some childhood moments? I mean,
I
I'm down.
remember back, I used to never get grounded as a kid, but I would remember I would tell little white lies once in a while.
Oh, I remember those days too.
And the one lie I told is that I remember when I was younger, I used to, I was a dumb kid. No, I wasn't really dumb kid. Let me rephrase that.
Not
Basically,
dumb.
I
You didn't know any better.
I went into my playroom when I was a kid, and my friends were spending time with me because obviously they haven't seen me in a long time. And apparently, when I was little, I ended up sitting on my playroom's like couch, and I scraped my leg to the point where I felt like I had to get stitches.
Oh no, yeah, I've been there.
And then and then my last one, if I can remember correctly, it was when I was very young. I was like 1 or 2, and I fell off of a chair, banged my 2 teeth off of the chair, and my 2 teeth went into my gums when I was a kid. And they said I was very lucky that I didn't have to get stitches on my lip because I cut my lip pretty open.
Oh shit.
And they said I was very freaking lucky that I didn't have to get stitches on my lip.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like the most painful, I would say.
Yeah. Shit, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, with me, this is actually like Taekwondo stories, and I'll admit it, I am actually thanking them for what they did because at Taekwondo you're actually kind of supposed to be harder on the students, which I understand. You want what's best. They want what's best for you and stuff, and it's true what they say. They really mean it
Yeah.
when they say it. I remember being this edgy little shit. I was like saying to my parents, "They're so mean to me. They're always whipping me with the belt because I did something wrong." But they're like, "No, but Dylan, that's their job. They want what's best for you." I'm like, "No, they're mean." But now I'm just like, nah. You know what? I'm actually thanking them for that because it didn't turn me. Because I'm not a little bitch anymore, thanks to them. So shout out to you guys. Master James, you're an awesome instructor, man. You were amazing. My favorites were like Instructor Lewis, AJ. You guys are awesome. Like shout out to you guys. Like I thought you guys were like mean when I was younger, but you know what? Honestly, I completely understand your tools and stuff. You just wanted what's best for us, and I appreciate that. I'm sorry if my grandma, when she was alive at the time, she would complain. She would like kind of complain because like obviously I'm her grandson. Oh no, like that Lewis tortures him. But I even said to her at a young age, I knew. I'm like, no, he's not torturing me and stuff and all that. Cause I was even aware he wasn't torturing me. But yeah, man, I don't know anymore. That's all I could really talk about.
I'm going to
There's-
bed soon, guys, but you guys can continue talking.
Okay, love you.
Let's just say you can hear it in my
What, babe?
I'm getting tired.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too. Hey, Eddie.
Good night.
Hey, Eddie. Oh,
I can't really do it on here, but
I know. I'm just joking.
I know you're good though.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of stories I could talk about.
We can learn some Spanish too. We'll learn
Okay, when I was like maybe
I can't believe this is happening.
it was like one of the best days ever. I was around. I think I was maybe like
Left of our storm. The tornado
6. It was about. I was like around 6, maybe, and some good days and some good moments, some bad moments at the trip. So I remember. I kind of hated this as a kid. I went to Marine Land with my cousins, my aunt and uncle and stuff, because they invited me and everything. And it was a good day. And I love my grandma to death. But at the time, she was being a bit too overprotective with some. Like when I was on a ride, I like to have my hands up. And she's like, "No, hold on, please." I'm like, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm fine." I was like, "Nanny, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm not gonna fall." Like even at a young age, I was so smart. I knew I was strapped in. But you're not gonna fall out, right? But she didn't really know any better. She was she was like in her 60s at the time, so she probably didn't like understand. It was whatever. I mean, it was a long, but it was still a good day. The only moments I kind of found I didn't like at the time were those moments. But you know what, man? Bless my grandma's soul. I miss her. I miss her every day though. Because regardless, I still loved her and everything.
Same with my grandma. God rest her soul too.
Yeah, man.
With mine as well.
Yep. Oh man, yeah, going to Marine Land, man. Those were fun moments as a kid, watching the dolphins and the whales. I was interested in that. Feeding the bears. Um. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing. I once had a meltdown at 13 at Wonderland, and there's a reason why. Because my mom was being so overprotective, and I didn't like it. Because I was 13, right? I obviously knew better. She's like, "Dylan, make sure you hold on when you're on the Leviathan or whatever." And I'm like, "No, I
Dylan,
wanna
make
keep my
sure you
hands
have your
up."
hands on your cock at the entire time of the
Like,
ride.
God, don't even. But it's okay. No, but she would actually say that. And I remember, "Mom, can you stop?" like, you're embarrassing me and everything. Because she kind of was. And I had every right to be upset with this one. But what I wish I didn't do was, like, throw fit in public. I was like, no, you're pissing me off, Mom. You're telling me, oh, hold on. No, I don't have to. I was like, I don't have to listen to you. I was like 13. I was like 13 at the time.
Mhm.
I'm sorry if this podcast is boring. I'm sorry if
You and Al,
I'm
you and
being
Al, like,
boring.
you remember one time you and Al were playing Just Dance at, like, fucking Wonderland?
Now we're getting somewhere. I think I remember that at Wonderland. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was cringe. I hated
Yeah.
I hated that he uploaded that, to be honest, but it's whatever.
I
Who?
wouldn't be surprised he did that butt ass naked.
He did. He gets in trouble by the Wonderland owner. He's like, no, fuck off. Leave me alone. Oh, yeah, I have some stories about Adel at Wonderland. He would act like a little shit when I went to Wonderland with him and his mom. His mom told him, like, no, Adel, we're not getting a cupcake. And I was like, I want to try it. And I'm like, Adel, just calm down, man. And he's like jumping up like a little kid. I want a cupcake. I was fucking laughing at him. He's like, I want a cupcake. I'm like, are you a fucking child? I wanted
Oh
to
my
say something.
God.
How old are you? You're acting like you're fucking 5 years old. And you're throwing a fit, jumping
Mom,
up and
if
down
you
like a
don't-
kid.
Mom, if you don't give me a cupcake, I'm gonna kill myself.
And then YouTube's like, oh, we're not supposed to talk about that.
An edgy fanfic of me and Cyrus having really edgy sex while him and I are slitting our wrists. And after I'm done writing it, I'm gonna kill myself because he didn't give me a cupcake.
Fan Expo. For Fan Expo, this fucking guy, I kid you not, I overheard everything. He wanted to go for 3 days, and his mom's just like, how about we just go for 2? And Adult's like, no, 3. And he's like, that's it. Like, I'm getting the knife. I'm gonna stab you. I'm like, yo, Adel, what the fuck, bro? I gave him shit after he came back. I'm like, Adel, what the fuck? Why are you threatening to kill your mom? He's like, cause she wants to go for 2 days. I want to go for 3. Well, I'm like, no, that's no excuse. You don't threaten to stab your mom. That's fucked up, man. Well, you need to be in prison, man. You need to be in a fucking mental hospital for that shit. Like, there's times where my mom pisses me off. I don't threaten to kill her and shit. Like, that's fucked up, man. Yeah, this guy would hit his mom and stuff, and too. Like, he wants to choke his, like, Adel, what the fuck, bro? Get off her. Like, what are you doing? I remember his mom fucking hit him right in front of me. I was fucking laughing. She had a fucking meltdown. Yeah, he had a meltdown. He had a meltdown in class, right? Or not in class, but at home at his house when we were both 12. He was getting upset about something. I think his dad was like touching his clothes, and he doesn't like it when certain people touch his clothes. He had a sensory issue where his dad talked to him in his clothes. He's like, "Don't talk to me when I'm in my clothes," or something. And then someone asked me about school. He's like, "Don't talk about school on the fucking weekend." His mom got mad at him. We go outside. She grabs him like from the shirt, and she's like, "If I hear one more fucking swear word out of you," and he's like, "Well, so." I was like kind of laughing secretly. I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, apparently he was all mad because his friend Denzel didn't come over, and he comes to his house. He's like, "You said you were gonna come over. I'm gonna fight you." He tries to grab him, like pull Adel back. I'm like, "Yo, Adel, come on, man, dude. So what? He didn't come over. Like if you said something like, So apparently Denzel had this friend who he hasn't seen in a year. He was staying the night. And no shit, he's gonna see him. He hasn't seen him in a while. He can see Adel every day. Adel's like, I'm gonna fight you.
Oh my god.
Just because he didn't come over. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, it must have been stupid.
I would have fucking slapped him if he tried to grab me like that. I'm like, get the fuck off me, bro.
That's it, Denzel. That's it, Denzel. Bend over. I'm gonna fuck you.
Apparently he said he stabbed Denzel before.
Really?
I don't know why he even forgave him. Yeah, apparently the cops like threatened if he did it again, he'd go to jail and stuff.
Oh my
Of
god.
course, Adel probably played the autistic card saying, but I'm autistic. Like, doesn't fucking matter. You don't do that shit.
No. I bet you right now when the cops were there, he was going trying to act all autistic.
Lily, what are you doing? Lily, what are you doing? Lily, what are you doing? He always does that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't like it when his dad touches his clothes when he was a kid.
Uh-huh.
Like, he would only let his dad talk to him if he was in his robe. And I was like, bro, you're weird. I wanted to say to him, like, you're fucking... I actually felt uncomfortable in Adel's house sometime. His family were great. His parents, his sister, they were nice to me. But him, he was a dick half the time. I remember he would, like, hit Lily in front of me, and I yelled at him, like, Adel, stop it now. Put her down. Now. I remember I used to do that shit. Because he would, like throw his cat around the room. I'm like, bro, you're a fucking psychopath.
Oh, he still is one.
He admits it. He's like, I am a psycho.
He probably still is a psycho to this day. He still is.
Oh, I have a story. This is recent. I have a story to talk about. Abdul knows about it. He comes down in a towel after he comes out of the shower. My mom and my dad, my mom, his mom, and his dad are all talking. And he comes in, he's like, yeah, I agree. His dad's like, what are you doing, bro? Go put some fucking clothes on.
I wasn't surprised that he was like over there with that towel on going, yeah, I agree. And then starts like shaking his whole head like his cotton balls. He's like, yeah, I agree. Where's Lily? I'm gonna fuck it.
His dad just was like, that's it, I've had enough. Grabs a fucking shotgun and shoots him.
He goes, Dad, help. Lily shot me at the balls.
I'm just joking, though. I'm joking, obviously, guys. Adel, if you're watching this shit. But seriously, though, no, that was weird, though. He just comes out like that. I don't blame him. Like, if my kid was doing that shit, I'd be saying the same thing. Like, what are you doing? Go put some clothes on. I'm telling you, man, I just hope I don't have a kid who's like Adel, to be honest.
Yeah, it would
I really
suck.
hope I don't. I'd just put him up for adoption. I'm not trying to be rude. Nah, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. But at the same time, I'd be concerned. At the end of the day, yeah, I'd be a little concerned. If I had a kid like Adel. Like, he comes up. I don't know, man. Like, I ran out about him, man. I'm like all stressed. Are you talking about?
But we could talk about like this one. We could talk about like the incident where Adel blocked Abdul.
We already did talk about that.
I know.
No, I mean, I have a little bit more to talk about with him. If this is like, I guess that this is probably an Adel rant for the podcast. I'm saying a lot because I had it worse. Like, he just kind of abused everything on me for no reason, just talking shit constantly in high school, and that's where I kind of did get depressed and stuff. Because he was always saying this bad stuff about me, saying that, like, oh, I'm going to kill your dog or something. He was always threatening me to kill my dog at the time. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. Like, you're a dick, dude. No, man, I remember. Oh, this was like back in, maybe at his house. I think I remember he had a fucking meltdown because he didn't like it whenever someone would say Starbucks or Star Wars. It would trigger him. You remember that, Abdul? In grade 9? You remember that shit?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
When he would he would always say no, call it Star Wars. So I had to say Star Wars just to make him happy. Stupid ass sensory issue he had. No, I remember I was my mom was on the phone with them and she said, "Oh, we'll meet you at Starbucks." And then Adel apparently was hitting his mom for saying Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Adel," and he's like, "Yo, it's Star Wars." I was like, "Oh my god, do I really have to hang out with this kid today?"
Well, I'm telling you, I'm surprised the parents didn't put him in a mental ward. At this point, I would have done so. I would have done it.
Oh yeah, that's where he belongs.
So I remember even doing the weekend journals in middle school, he didn't like to say Batman, so he would say Ratman. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna say Batman. When everyone else said Batman, he was cool, but when I said it, he goes, "Rrr." And I'm like, dude, can you not interrupt my my thing? And I got in trouble just for yelling at him. It's like, no, I have a right to yell at him. He's being a dick.
He's going.
I bet if he ever had a girlfriend, his girlfriend's like, hey, let's go to Starbucks. He's like, "Rrr." Ow,
That's
why'd you
it.
hit me?
That's it. I'm gonna beat you.
Starbucks. Because she said Starbucks. It's Star Wars. Get it right. You're insane. You're dumb. That's it. Get a job. That's it. He starts. I know it's psychotic. He starts playing with her blood. He fucks the dead corpse. I got a job. What? Dad, is that what it looks like? No, you're going to a fucking mental hospital, and you're going.
Oh yeah,
No,
and yeah, just a reminder. Yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah, I know.
I was just giving y'all a heads up.
I don't know about him. Yeah, man, Mr. Forecock, he's pissing me off because
He's trying to take us down because
half the time he thinks the other channels are me as well. I'm like, dude, it's not even me on your channel. Like, what the fuck? I don't even no offense, I don't even fucking like you, and I don't even fucking care about you. Why would I want to care about your channel? I don't watch your channel. I only watch it to see if you're gonna talk shit. And you do. You always talk shit about my boy Eddie, so fucking stop it. Or there's gonna be some serious problems.
Yeah, I'll say this: if you don't stop, just get off the internet. If you cannot take the heat.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't like us, just fucking leave. Just block us. Don't even report us. Just block us, man.
Yeah, just block us. I mean, he already has me blocked.
That offended.
Oh wait, he already has me blocked on YouTube, anyways.
Yeah, he can still watch your videos. He just can't comment on it. But he makes bot accounts so he can report you. He's such an idiot, man.
I know.
No, you're a loser, dude. Like, you get a fucking job.
Yeah, think why I made 2 rant videos about him on my Rumble. For good reason.
Like, such an idiot, man.
This guy's in his mid-40s.
He's in his mid-40s. Doesn't work. He's like claiming, oh, I got fired. And apparently I did work with celebrities and stuff. I'm like, no, you're fucking, obviously you're lying. I don't believe that shit. I think Anthony was talking about that. He was saying, like, he worked for celebrities and stuff. And I was like, Anthony, I hate to say this, man. I think it's bullshit. He agreed that it was bullshit. I was like, dude, I hate to say this.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's bullshit, man. Like, no, that never happened. He probably never worked a day in his life. Ed, like, he's always saying, like, oh, I got fired from my recent job. Then you ask my boy Eddie for, like, $10,000. You're obviously a fucking idiot. You're like a lost puppy at this point. Yeah, that guy pisses me off for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, the thing is, if he really was a true friend, he would have not done this to me, or Brandon, any of us.
Right.
A real friend would never do that, though. Think about it.
The guy's like, "Oh, I got fired from my job." Yeah, I
And
don't believe that.
apparently I saw a short glimpse of his stream though, like his recent stream before he ended it. He's talking to one of his buddies on PlayStation.
He's in his mid-40s. Doesn't even work. It's actually pretty sad. That's why I want nothing to do with that. That's not the reason why I want nothing to do with him. I don't want anything to do with him personally because I think he's an asshole.
He's just not the type of person to.
Very sensitive. He can't take a joke. Gets offended about everything. He's always like, "Oh, you make one video about me. That's it. I'm gonna report you."
I know, it's like, bro, this guy's got issues. We got three people watching. I'm pretty sure it's him watching my stream now.
You know what, man?
That's it. I'm fucking done. I'm gonna kill myself.
And YouTube be like, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, by the way, I run YouTube."
As I was saying, man, you know what, man, at this point, like, with me personally, man, like, people talk shit about me a lot. Like, if people want to talk shit about me, I don't give a shit, man. It doesn't really offend me. Even if you say something that goes too far and it does offend me, I'm not going to report you.
Yeah, it's like if I make jokes about Mr. Fork or an impression, I do it for a joke. Like, I don't actually mean what I say when it comes to joking.
Personal. It's like, oh, stop making fun of me. No, you're
It's called jokes.
You make fun of us all the time, so like, don't.
Like, he can make jokes about other people. It's okay for him to do it, but I can't make jokes.
Then he's gonna say, "Oh, I'm older than you. You have to respect me." It's like, no, I don't. I don't even know you.
Oh my, wait, what, bro? I'm 26. I'm an adult too. We're all grown ass men.
Right.
I'm in my late 20s, and y'all in your early 20s. Oh, and Jasmine too is in her early 20s. Almost forgot to mention.
I always hated that shit growing up, man. People would say, "Oh, but they're older, just to show respect." No, that's so.
Dude, we all count as adults too. I'm like, what are we, minors? I'm like, bro, I'm in my 20s.
I'm throwing it out. I finished it. I can't throw it out.
Yeah, it's like, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm on. Yeah, sorry, man. Continue.
Yeah, you're good. Back to what we were saying about Mr. 4K though. This guy just not the type of person. He just doesn't like it when other people mention about him.
Yeah, you say good line. He's like, don't talk to.
But this guy needs to learn his lesson though. Like, I'm sorry, but now I kind of see why Anthony's been always shitting on him in the first place.
Yeah, I see it too. I'm like, no wonder.
No wonder why. It all kind of started because of that whole incident in GTA 5, even though I wasn't there at the time, but still. Apparently that's what I've been told.
What happened? Did he, like, kill his GTA character or something, and he got butthurt about it?
So, and he was claiming that Anthony got butthurt, but wasn't.
He actually got butthurt.
But it wasn't true, though.
Yeah, I believe that. He got butthurt. Maybe Anthony killed his GTA character. And he's like, "Oh, that's it. You killed my character. I'm gonna report you." That's what Marcus did, man. He threatened to report Adel because he broke his window in GTA.
Like, bro, it's a video game.
It's a fucking game, man. And he's like, "Just a game? Just a fucking game? No, it's not just a game." Like, okay, that's another rant about Marcus. Every fucking time we played Fortnite with him.
I remember back in 2022. Like, he got mad.
I fucking want to. Like, fuck off, man.
I remember, like, this was back in 2022, like, he got mad at me because I didn't mark an enemy on time, and I was like, "Oh, why'd you not mark it on time? What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, and then, okay, you want to say, we were in a fucking situation, I was in a situation where 3 people were after me, and he's like, "Oh, come help me." I'm like, dude, how can I help you? You have 1 enemy, I have 3 enemies after me. How can I help you? Right? It makes no sense. Like, how could I help you? if I have 3 people on me and you got 1, deal with it on your own. And then he's blaming like Dakota for. I'm like, don't fucking blame Dakota. Don't even fucking put her in this shit. And then he's getting. I remember he's complaining. We got 2nd place. I'm like, Marcus, we got 2nd place. That's pretty good. He's like, no, it's not good. We should have had 1st place. And it's your fault. Then I said, remember, Eddie? I yelled at him after that. I was like, you know what? You're a fucking asshole, dude.
I don't know. I don't even know if I remember it because I don't know if I was there. Was I there?
I told him I was gonna leave, and I just left. He was being.
Hold up, like, was I in that party though?
You were, yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of forgotten about it though because I don't even remember anymore.
So,
like, when was it? Like 2022, 2023?
Yes, because I told him, dude, I'm just multitasking. He's like, well, there's no such thing as multitasking. I'm like, yeah, there is, you fucking dumbass. And I'm like, dude, and I told him, I'm like, stop giving me a fucking attitude. So what? I lost a game. So what? I lost a game in Fortnite. We all lost. You don't have to be a dick about it. He's like, no, I don't care. I'm like, well, you know what, bro? Life's not about winning. He's like, yes, it is. We have to win. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's just a game. And he's like, just a game? Just a fucking game? Gets all fucking mad. So I just fucking left the party.
Just a game?
So I left the party because he was being a dick. Yeah. And he's probably thinking, oh, Dylan left the party. I don't know why. Probably thinking that shit. I feel like he still wonders why I don't talk to him. He's always like, oh, Dylan never talks to me. I don't know why.
The last time Mark was talking about you, he was talking about how like he wasn't getting some, but you were getting something.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, he's asking you what happened.
Yeah, so basically Marcus was talking about how like, you know, like Marcus wasn't getting like any girls, but you were.
Girls,
he would just be like, oh, I don't got it.
And it's like, dude, like, yeah, it seems to me that he wanted to be with Dakota. No, I'm not. I wasn't gonna let that happen. He stole every girl I wanted to be with. Every girl I wanted to be with, he stole them from me. I wasn't gonna let that shit happen again.
Yeah. Who knows? He's probably seeing it right now along with 4K. He's like, hey, 4K, they're talking about us.
Or I wouldn't.
Hey, don't worry, kiddo. You know I'm always here for you. Don't worry about these stupid goons. Don't let them. That's how you got to Papa 4K.
So I remember one time, right?
I'm just joking. Don't worry, that impression's just for jokes.
He one time said to me that I love Dakota more than the others, and I said, dude, that's not true. I love you guys equally. Even Abdul defended me and everything. And even Abdul actually said to Marcus, he's like, you know, Marcus, you're lucky Dylan's actually stayed with you this long, because I would have just like fucking left you and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's true. He is lucky I stayed with him that long. So I'm telling you, I would have actually just cut him off for good, and I feel like I should have at that time. I kind of regret reuniting with him like years ago, because this guy called me a retard just because of a Kyle Perigo.
Well, same with me though. I kind of regret reuniting with Marcus too, though, because at the time I thought he was like a chill person, but then I realized like, nah, this guy's just not a real friend, and
he doesn't care about anybody's like,
but himself. Yeah, and then like think why I cut him off months ago, because I just didn't want to. I was just done with this shit though.
I'm just gonna mention this. The day Dakota's dog passed, right? He's all like, okay, we get it. Tiny's gone. Can we just move on? I got so fucking pissed off. I was like, Marcus, come on, man. Like, let Dakota grieve and everything. Like, it just happened today. Let her grieve, man.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know, but I don't want to hear it. Like, ugh. It's like then fucking leave the party, man. Like holy shit.
Yeah, leave
You don't
party.
want to
Go eat some snow cones filled with you know what it is in there.
But it's okay for him to talk about sad shit. It's okay for him to talk about his problems. But whenever we talk about our problems, he gets all mad and everything.
I know. I wasn't surprised at the time though. This was when I was friends with him at the time. Honestly, I did not consider him as a friend. I was just his acquaintance.
I am so mad at people for putting him in my old middle school. I hated it because this is, you know what? I know I was done with the school stuff, but I'm gonna add one more thing because I actually forgot to mention this.
Yeah. I mean, like I said though, like me, I don't care if anyone's friends with Marcus, but just
Yep.
But for me, I just did not want to be involved in this kind of stuff with him anymore. I just choose not to.
Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say,
No,
right?
you're good. You're good. Sorry. You continue.
I know. I was gonna say, in school, I had to be online for him like every day because if I didn't come online, he'd get all fucking mad and start yelling at me for not coming online, right? So the first day, he's like, "We need to talk," and I'm like, "Sure. What do you want to
Yeah.
talk about?" He's like, "How come you weren't online this weekend? I was waiting for you." And I'm like, "Dude, I have a life." It's like, "Yeah, well, you could have told me." Yeah, but every time I didn't tell him I'm not coming online, he'd get mad and be like, "No, you're coming online now." He'd be like that. But yeah, he's like, "Oh, if you don't want to come on, then tell me." Oh, but every time I told you, you would get mad and be like, "No, you have to come online. You better be on," and everything like that. Yeah, Ted's the one that's like, "Oh, I gotta tell you like everything." Anyway, man, enough of that shit. Yeah, he every day I was on because if I didn't come on, he'd get all mad. I remember I didn't come on for the entire weekend another time. He's like, "Dylan, get over here now." I'm like, "What? What's up?" He's like, "Why weren't you online? You know what? You owe me." And I was so fucking stressed out. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm depressed too. I had to put him first. I couldn't put anybody else first. And he would like control who I could be friends with. He would tell me not to be friends with certain people. I'm like, I'll be friends with whoever I want to. And everything. Like, he even controlled me in high school. He'd get all mad if I didn't hang out with him in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that I was so soft at the time. I should have yelled at him. And I did, but every time I yelled at him, he's like, "Oh, you want to do that? I want to fuck you up if you do that again. You yell at me or whatever, something like that." And this guy hits pretty hard. And he's shorter than me. I'm embarrassed by that. He's shorter than me and everything. He can hit pretty good. Like, he's stronger than me, actually. I'm like, damn, bro. But you know what, man? I don't care anymore, man. Like, he was being an asshole that day. Getting all fucking mad, complaining. And then I did go online one day. And he's like, "Oh, be online at this hour." And if I was a minute late, he would get mad. Like being 1 minute. Or he'd be like, or if I came online an hour later, he got mad. He's like, "Oh, you owe me an apology." An apology for what? And I brought food to school, my lunch. He's like, "Can I have some?" It's like, do your parents ever fucking feed you? Like, bruh, come on. It's like, fuck off. And then when I didn't share with them one time, he's like, "Oh, you're supposed to share." No, the fuck I don't. I don't have to give you shit. I don't know, man. It was a long fucking time ago. That's why I don't remember much of it. It was a long time ago, so it's kind of hard to go into detail about.
I mean, who knows? He probably already knows we're talking about him.
Who cares, bro? If he gets all fucking pissed off, I don't care. Like, after what he did to Abdul, I'm fucking pissed off. So, you know what? I'm gonna talk shit about him.
Yeah, especially after he threw
If he
Abdul under
doesn't
the
like
bus.
it-
No. He's a
If he
lost
doesn't like
cause.
it, if he doesn't like it, then just fucking block me. I don't care.
Like, that's his problem. He brought it to himself. He
And
did
he
it to
always
himself.
wonders why. You know what's funny, Eddie? He always wonders why I don't talk to him. He always wonders why.
You already know, because he's an attention freak. He's a sore loser. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. He's very sensitive. He cannot take a joke. And he's almost 21, though, and he still acts like a child to this day.
He does. Yeah, he gets all fucking mad because, like, whatever, man. I love you.
Yeah, it's like...
Too stressful to talk about, man.
And there was this time where he calls other people out for being negative, but he's one himself.
No, man, you're the one talking though.
Adel does the same shit too. Even Adel's the same way. Those two are meant for each other.
I remember.
That's all I'm telling you. Those two individuals, yeah, they're having the time of their lives now. They're probably, who knows. You don't even want to know.
Yeah,
he's like, I was like, oh, you know what, Adel? All I got is you, man. We're gonna be a great gay couple together. Yeah.
Gay porn together. So I remember one time when I made an account with Marcus. But I'll admit, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it. It was stupid, and I did apologize for that.
Honestly, guys, you know I'm just joking, right?
Yeah. So I know. So I'll admit it wasn't cool. Then like one time Abdul showed him and he got offended. What does he do? What does Marcus do? Instead of coming to me like a real friend saying, hey man, can you take this account down? He goes and fucking snitches on me. To the office. I'm like, you fucking dick. And I said to myself, if he does that shit again, I'm beating him up. Like, I don't care. Like, snitches get stitches, man. Anyone snitches on me, I'm fucking them up. But I gave him a pass because he was my friend and stuff. So I gave him a pass since he was my friend, right? But no, like if he didn't know me and stuff, I'd be like, no, come here right now. We're fucking fighting, you and me. Let's go. Like, no, I don't give a fuck, dude. You snitch on me, I will fuck your shit up, man. I'm sorry, but snitches get stitches. Like, okay, maybe I snitch on certain people, but it's for a good reason. Like, if you snitched on me for a good reason, I would understand. But if you snitch on me because, Because
it's like if you snitch just because of over what? Just because you got offended by a joke? Like, come on.
Right. It's like, just come to me like a real friend would and say, hey, I don't feel comfortable with that. I will understand and I won't do it ever again. I will stop. What is he? He fucking snitches on me like a sensitive little bitch. And I said to myself, yeah, like I said, he does that shit again? No, he's a fucking dead man. I don't give a shit if his family's like, oh no, my baby boy got beaten up. I'm like, oh, your fucking baby boy was being a fucking dickhead. Like I said, yeah, snitches get stitches. I'll admit it, yeah, it was stupid. I regret making that parody account of Marcus. I do, but I regret it. But at the same time, he shouldn't have like snitched on me. I'm not even mad at Abdul for showing him. I did have a talk with Abdul after that. I was like, hey man, let's just don't show him any more of this stuff.
Yeah, it was my fault. It was my fault. I shouldn't have shown that fucking account. The only reason why I did is so I can get a reaction out of him. See how physical we get.
Right. No, I'm not even mad at you. I'm kind of glad you showed him in a way, but I'm pissed. I'm pissed at him more because he, instead of being a real friend, he didn't come to me and had a talk. Instead, he just goes and tattles on me. That's why I was gonna fuck his shit up. I was gonna I had that plan where I was thinking like, hey, what if I just tell him to come meet me somewhere? And then we all beat him up. But no, I'm like, no, that's kind of mean, so I'm not gonna do that. But since he was my friend, I was like, you know what, man, I'll just give him a pass. But like I said again, if he did it again, if he snitches on me again, no, it's not gonna end well, bud. Not gonna end well. Because yeah, you want to know the rule about high school? He took a big risk because in high school, you're not supposed to snitch on anybody. I'll admit, maybe I snitched, but I was forced to. The teachers forced me to. And I said to the teachers, this is when my phone got stolen. They said to me, oh, you need to go to report that now. And I'm like, look, I really don't want to. Like, because I was like, no offense. They're not going to do anything about it. And they're like, no, go do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll go do it. I'll go do it. And I told them about it. I was kind of pissed because one of the teachers it's like she was asking me, am I only doing this because he's black? And it's like, it's got nothing to do with his race. It's because he actually stole my phone. Everyone confirmed that it was this one kid who stole my phone, DeAndre. They confirmed it. Guess what I found out? One of my friends, Terrell, comes up to me. He's like, hey, it was DeAndre who stole it. I'm like, really? And yeah, he told me that he had it in his hand, right? And he's like, you know that's Dylan's phone, right? DeAndre, like, puts it back in his pocket, like, acting all sus, right? I said to him, why didn't you just... I wasn't mad. I was just like, why didn't you just ask him to give it back? And he's like, well, you know how he is. He'll just get all aggressive if I ask him. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But still, man, like, if... I found that dumb, though, the fact that he even stole my phone and everything. Apparently, okay, I don't really like Avni, but I'll be honest, this is kind of fucked up. What he did to Avni, he apparently, DeAndre, he pickpocketed Avni and tried to take his phone and everything. So this guy actually does have a history of stealing phones and stuff. I think that's why they kicked him out. They actually kicked him out of the high school because of that reasons too. Apparently he wanted to beat me up because I told him to fuck off one time. He's like, yo, why are you accusing me? He's like saying, why did you accuse me? I never took your phone. I'm like, you know what? No, I think you did steal my phone. So apparently this guy is playing dumb, saying he didn't steal my phone, but he actually did. And guess what his friends were doing? You know what his friends thought? His friends thought I did it because he's black.
Just like this. Come on.
I'm like, it's nothing to do with his race. I know he fucking did it. Like, are y'all, like, fucking dumb or some shit? You think I'm actually a fucking racist where I'm gonna racially profile someone? I would never do that. It's because I know he was the only one who did it. So let me guess. If a black guy does a crime, we're not gonna arrest him now because it's racist if we arrest him? It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. We have to arrest him. He did a crime, right? I don't give a shit if you're white, black, Asian, Indian, whatever, man. You don't do crimes. It's not cool. You don't steal. Doesn't matter what race you are. You don't steal.
So yeah, how do you scroll down?
Any race can be, like, racist. Even black people can be racist. A black kid was racist towards me in grade 9 because he said, oh, you can't listen to rap music. And I said, why? And he's like, because you're white. You're not black. I'm like, oh, please fuck off. I'll listen to whatever I want.
But cruise control so it's more accurate.
And I remember I said to you remember him, Abdul? Keon?
Right now, I'm gonna break.
I remember at one time he got mad at me because I said the truth. I said, dude, just because you're gangster, just because you're black, it doesn't make you a gangster. And he's like, oh, you're gonna say that to me? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, he's like threatening to beat me up. I'm like, hey, fuck you. Oh, bitch. It's the truth, though. It's the fucking truth.
Very sensitive. If it's solo like this, well, it's just gonna be very bad.
What are you watching?
Oh, I'm watching a YouTube video.
Oh, nice. But anyway, man, enough of that shit. You know what, man? Fuck Mr. 4K. Fuck Adel.
And,
Marcus. Fuck Marcus, yeah. The others, though, you guys are cool.
Marcus, I'm sorry, but you've crossed the line. Like, you blew the chance. I gave you so many chances, but you're on your own. And if anyone screws you over, Marcus, don't come crying to me.
He's all upset at me. Apparently he's upset at me because I'm talking to you and stuff. It's like, I'll talk to whoever I want. Thank you very much. Like, I'm a grown man.
He's not... Dude, if he were to say that same thing to me, he's like, oh, you better talk to this, you better talk to that. Don't talk to this, don't talk to... I'll tell him. You're not my dad.
He tells people not to talk to people. And if he finds out, he's like, oh, you're a traitor. It's like, fuck off, man. And then Adel's like, and Adel comes and types, "You're a traitor," but doesn't spells it the wrong way. TRADER, traitor. That's how he spells it.
And then he comes in and be like, "Oh, I told you not to talk about me in your podcast." You know what? I'm gonna go eat some piss snow cones. I love piss.
He always pees on the snow, and that's how he eats the snow cone full of piss.
Al goes outside and he starts like pissing all over the place.
He's like, "Can I have one?" I was like, "Sure, Adel, have one. It's so delicious."
Like, yummy. Let's go screw my cat. Okay.
Hey, 4K,
Lily,
too.
where
Oh,
are
yes,
you?
I always love me some snow
Then
cones.
Lily eventually gets.
Oh, is that
Lily-
lemon?
the day when
Oh,
Lily
that's a
finally
lemon
had
snow
enough.
cone.
Scratches Adel. Just
Come on, boys. Let's have some snow cones together.
He's like, "Mommy, Lily scratched." You deserved it, Adel.
Say, come on, boys. Let's all have a snow cone party. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's funny, actually? You know what's funny, guys? I one time hit Adel. He tells his mom that I hit him. And his mom's like, "Well, you fucking deserved it."
I don't know what else to say here in this
I don't
podcast.
blame him.
But, you know. Yeah.
And I went to his mom. I'm like, "Hey, listen, Lori,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry."
Anyways, guys,
for
I'm
hitting him."
gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I guess that's pretty much it for podcast number 21.
Yeah.
I hope you guys. I really feels really great to be back. And I love you guys. I just want to say thank you guys so much
Okay.
for everything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.